3D prints. Can you make vehicle parts out of them? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. I reached out to a company called Perry Parts to see what it was all about. 3D printed bump stops. Didn't make sense in my brain. Still doesn't really make sense to me, but somehow it works. This is a regular 3D printed part. This is his special 3D printed part. He uses a different type of print head, different type of material than a standard 3D printer, and a completely different custom made by him print head. This is our regular 3D print. And you can see this is actually a really nice 3D print. It has very clean layer lines, very good bed adhesion. There's a little bit of layer line separation right there. But overall, this is a pretty good looking part. This is his part. And you can see it's a slightly different print quality. And you know, when you look at it, you would think, how is that gonna stand up to any kind of abuse? But I'll tell you what, we're gonna put them to the test and see which one is stronger. My lovely assistant will now come up and demonstrate. Not happening. And I'm gonna need you to get up off your ass.
Negatory, sir.
Get up off your ass. Get the fuck up, Casey! My lovely assistant is here to assist. I want you to pull this as hard as you can and see if you can break it. Okay, well, it broke. Pretty brittle, right? Okay, break this in half. Like actually break it.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to break this one.
Let me fix the table.
Try this one.
You try that one.
Something similar to this size every day.
It's not as thick.
Fucking Christ. That's not happening.
Okay, thank you for your help. Now go sit the fuck down. It's a rocking chair, by the way. I saw you go.
Yeah.
It's supposed to do that. So
Asbestos?
I'm doing as best as I can. So you can see it was fairly easy for him to break the regular 3D print. Not so much this guy. I've tried, he's tried, because I didn't believe it. I'll tell you right now, you can reach out to Perry himself, if that's even his name. You can reach out to him yourself, and I messaged him and I was like, how? How does that even work? 3D printing is not capable of designing a part that is usable with that kind of impact and stress. I was wrong. You know, I don't like to admit when I'm wrong, but when I'm wrong, which pretty much never happens, I'm always right. I'm perfect, actually. Sometimes it happens though, and I admit it. And he said, you know what? I'll send you a pair for your Cherokee, and you can see what they're all about. So our next test, I'm gonna take this piece that we still have that's good. We're gonna see what this does. First, our control 3D print. Took it pretty well, but you can see there's some buckling and separation of the layer lines and the outside of it. Can you see that in there? That bubble? That didn't do too bad, especially because I have this cylinder that's kind of helping hold that. I'll hit this guy with the same amount of force, maybe a little bit more. No deformation, no bulging. Hey, let's go a little harder. Oh, it pushed its own ass out of its own ass. That circle is what stopped it, because it used to be set down in the plastic that depth, and then it just held on to the hammer. So as you can tell by the front face deformation, that's a kill. Now we're gonna do the same thing here.
Safety glasses?
Yes.
Here you go.
God, I'm gonna miss. That's gonna hurt the fuck out of our ears. There was a magnet underneath
I found
the
the
table.
bandsaw. Oh, it's not a bandsaw.
It's a magnet. All right, let's see the damage of this thing. All the damage. Well, it's fine. There's literally no difference. It's really hard to explain that a 3D printer is printing rubber. Like, you can see it's rubber. And I mean, when I tell you, it's amazing. I mean, I would never have thought a 3D printer could do something like that. Let's see how the front one does to a full frontal attack. I better not miss. It's my bad shoulder too. Whoops, my lovely assistant is gonna grab that.
It looks like a butt plug.
That didn't hurt it either. I'm gonna come get a shot of this.
No.
Don't make me fucking yell at you again. We're gonna get a shot and see kind of the compression. This wouldn't really see this kind of force. It's even gonna have, honestly, probably a harder time in the truck, but we'll see what it does. So you can see it moving. It's still not splitting at those lines. This is gonna come out of there at 150 miles an hour.
Please don't, dude.
I think that's about as far as I'm willing to push it. Look at that, dude. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty cool. I mean, for a 3D printer, that's just fucking blows my mind. I think I've fully demonstrated the point. The point was to compare a regular 3D print, and I'm pretty sure this is printed in nylon or glass fiber reinforced. So that's some pretty strong material, but it's still susceptible to breakage because it's brittle. You know, it's a rigid material, and this is rubberized. So on the next video of the Perry Parts installment, I think we're gonna do a install and a full rundown and try to test them out. Now, the one thing I will say about my trucks is they have a decent amount of suspension travel, so I don't see a lot of bump stop hits unless I'm really pushing it. I will see in articulation, I will see some bump stop hits, and we'll get some slow-mo and some footage of that, and then maybe we'll jump the Jeep. Maybe. We're gonna have to get a tow truck, but we might jump it. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna wear a helmet. I already have the minimum amount of brain cells required to keep my body alive, and I'm not trying to lose any more.
Oh, I thought you kept saying bump stop, not jump stop.
Somebody's actually using a 3D printer to make a production grade thing. Like that, to me, is insane that is possible.
Oh, you finally caught something other than herpes.
Joke's on you, I don't have sex. Bitch.
Shitty in the flesh. Maybe people up on YouTube.